Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Scott McCandless. We're in a little bit of what might seem like a quiet period. We've had the rollout of the large corporate tax provisions that are being proposed. We've had the rollout of the individual tax provisions. Now the Democrats are trying to figure out their pathway forward, both in terms of process and also in terms of substance. And it may be a few weeks before we see any more details as to exactly how they want to proceed on some of these corporate and individual tax increases. That means we're in a period of both opportunity and some potential risk. The risk is that you'll hear a lot of rumors over the next few weeks, and sifting through what is real and what is fantastical is going to be very important. But it's also a time of opportunity, and this is really the key time to present some of your own tax footprints, either directly with the relationships you have on the Hill or through any associations or coalition relationships that you might have, to present your case and try to guide the outcome of some of these tax considerations. The questions we're getting the most are really around timing, and as I said, this will likely be over the next few weeks before we start to see some of the detail, and then likely over the course of the summer as we see that process roll through the legislative scenarios, going through the committees and trying to come out into some kind of enactable form. The other question we're getting is with regard to timing of implementation of some of these provisions, such as whether the corporate rate will be effective after date of enactment, although more likely it seems like the beginning of 2022 might be the key date there. But there might be some other provisions, such as the capital gains increase, that might have an earlier effective date, so we have to watch out for that. But really, it's still timing. That's the number one question that we're getting from companies. Companies should really focus on the internal considerations to determine their footprint, both in terms of which are their key tax issues, as well as which states and districts where they might have operations, so that they can use that information, share it with the Hill, and again, help drive some of the outcomes, because those outcomes are being written right now, and you still have time to make an impact.